This is Alan Reacts from my little corner of the YouTube world. So, I've got some what we call housekeeping, as I used to call it back in the day. The Angels, Angelina Jordan fans, you're seeing this reaction. And I want to just... Everybody, one subscription, one comment, one like, it all means a lot to me. And I've been overwhelmed before. But to get nearly 1,000 subscribers for something that was recommended me from an international channel member, for an artist I was not aware of at all, and I'm just being honest, and then to publish 2 videos for it just to be like so overwhelming is really good. And then amongst all of those comments, there's been so many recommendations of songs, literally, and so many ways in which you guys who are skilled, you know your stuff, you know what you're doing on this YouTube. And it was like, do 2, Alan, do this, do back to back, do this, mix that. And I've gone away and I made a list. And I knew Christmas was coming up, and I knew it was going to be December when I made another reaction for December. And this came up. It was put to me by the channel, and it's Driving Over Christmas, a Chris Rea song. There's going to be 2 songs today, guys. Another one will drop in the next hour. So we're going to enjoy this together, I hope. I've not heard her version of it. This is it. I'm teeing it up. I know his version. I've got a story behind that. We're going to dive into why it's starting to embed itself in the culture. The Christmas Carol song culture, if you like, within the UK and beyond. So yeah, without much further ado, finally, thank you so much. I hope you enjoy this. I'm looking forward to it. Let's go. I have to stop there because I know it's a Christmas song, but that is just so indicative and evocative of like a Nat King Cole opening up with a bit of piano and a bit of sax. It just tells me, it gives me a sense already where she's going to go with this because the tempo is increased. But I'm going to pull it back and we're just going to enjoy it for a little while. Then we'll come in, I'll bring some points in about the history of the song, when it was written, etc. All those little things, and observation on the song's meaning and all those different things. It's not difficult, but I really enjoy it.
Driving home for Christmas, I can't wait to see those faces. I'm driving home for Christmas, yeah. Well, I'm moving down the line.
Just my first initial thought is there's a wistfulness in her voice, a sort of yearning. It's very gentle, it's whispery. I've not heard her sing many songs, but this is different from what I've heard the other reactions. And it's up-tempo. And that opening line, I'm driving over Christmas. I've got the lyrics here, guys. Oh, I can't wait to see those faces. That's the universal sentiment of Christmas, right? Just is, wherever you are in the world, whatever Christmas means to you. But in the Western Judeo-Christian world, and I suspect in other parts of the religious world, whatever festival it is, at which time of the year, it's driving home for that. So, but in relation to purely talking about Christmas, it's that sentiment to see those faces. Maybe it's been a week, maybe it's been a year, maybe it's been troubled times and you're going home to re-embrace your family at Christmas, because it happens. But yeah, just that opening line is so evocative and it invites you. Yeah.
And it's been so long, but I will be there. I sing this song to pass the time away, driving in my car, driving home for Christmas.
You heard it there in the Christmas. It was really wistful. It was like she's living the experience with you to fulfill that longing to get home. And it's Christmas, so it adds even more gravitas to it, more emotional meaning. Yeah.
It's gonna take some time, but I'll get there. Top to toe and tailback. Well, I got red lights on the run, but soon there'll be a freeway. Get my feet on holy ground.
I'll pull it back, guys, but top to toe and tailbacks, oh, I got red lights all around. So that's really great, vivid imagery, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's, you're stuck in traffic, and then the freeway is going to open up, the motorway in the UK, guys, same thing. So you know, even though you're stuck and there's red lights, and it's, you know you're going to get forward. And we'll come to where Chris Rea, this song evolves from, and it's interesting, really. But we'll just let it play a bit more.
So I sing for you, though you can't hear me when I get through, and feel you near me, driving in my car, driving home for Christmas, driving home for Christmas, with 1,000 memories. Take a look at the driver next to me. It's just the same.
Take the driver next to me. It's that shared emotion, right? And I suspect, without being, I guess, overly hopeful, overly sentimental, but it's that season to be sentimental, and what you're saying is, what this Chris Rea is saying in this song, and what she's singing so beautifully, is when you look around, we're all in the same boat. We're all trying to get home for something. This just happens to be Christmas, wherever home is. And it really evokes that shared sense of belonging in a time of belonging. She sings it so lovely. And Chris Rea wrote this in 1978, but not for himself, and we'll come back to that.
It's the same. Top to toe and tailback. I got red lights all around. Driving on for Christmas, yeah. Get my feet on holy ground. So I sing for you, though you can't hear me when I get through. Oh, feel you near me, driving in my car, driving home for Christmas.
Chris Rea wrote this, and Chris Rea is an artist that had massive hits in the late 70s. But he wrote this in 78. And from what I read when I was digging around, and I've dug around on this song before, although it's not on my Christmas list on the channel, he wrote it, he had basically not a pot to pee in. And his wife had picked him up, I think in London, where he'd been doing some recording or playing a bar gig or something similar to that. And they get stuck in traffic, and he just comes up with the line, you know, they're talking, he goes, oh, so I guess we're driving home for Christmas then, because they couldn't afford the train or flights or whatever was available. And then he talks about he started making notes about that song. And eventually when he'd written it, he wanted it to find its way to Van Morrison, which was an interesting choice in my mind. How would Van Morrison have sung this? What do you guys think? Much more, I mean, Chris Rea describes it, when Chris Rea plays it, the guitars are very lilting, and he actually refers to it fondly, and exactly what it's meant to be it's a car Christmas carol. That's what he calls it. I might be paraphrasing, but I think I've actually got it word for word, a car Christmas carol. How would you guys think Van Morrison would have sung it? How do you think? Let's crack on. Pull it back a little bit, because the vocals are so beautifully gentle and soft in this, and there's little bits of like fun and gentleness where she ups it in the music, and that sax interlude, and it all feels very 1986, 88. Feels that. Does that make sense, guys? There's nothing brash to it. You know, it's got that jazzy hi-hat fills with the drums. You know, it's really, really. Somebody talked to me about emulating, but this really is just her singing her version of a song. And why did she choose this song? Because it's certainly not in her age range. I know you're going to say, oh, hang on, Alan, she doesn't like Screaming Jay songs and everything. Of course she's going to know this song. Knowing something and have it put to you, I wonder what the backstory is. She ever talked about, oh, I really love this, you know, this particular song. This has always been on my list growing up as a kid, or my mum and dad liked it, or I always wanted to perform with Chris Rea. Is there a backstory, guys, that I don't know? Let me know in the comments, please.
Get through, oh, I feel you near me. Driving in my car, driving home for Christmas. Driving home for Christmas with 1,000 memories. Took a look at the driver next to me. It's just to say, it's driving home, driving home, driving home for Christmas. Driving home for Christmas with 1,000 memories.
So I'm going to do a couple of things here and we're going to wrap it up, guys. It's about sharing memories. That's what this song's about. It's about getting home for Christmas, and you've got those memories playing through, that hopeful, the reconnection with your home. Get your feet on holy ground. It's in the song. So many, many, many years ago, over 10 years ago, I drove home for Christmas, and my dad was very unwell, and unfortunately passed away over that Christmas. But I remember being in the car and this song came on, and I also remember coming on when I was traveling home from London once, stuck on a train, and it was horrible. The journey was horrible. There was red traffic lights, there was sweaty bodies next to me on the train, but I couldn't shake the feeling that I was going home for Christmas. And even though I lost my dad over that Christmas period, it only brings there is 1,000 memories, and it's still a good memory, you know, not losing your dad, obviously, but still knowing I was going home to connect, and knowing now that it was the final time I'd connect makes it even more precious. So what's your memories of Christmas? Because he wrote this, released it in 86, but it was kind of picked up again in 88 he did a compilation album. And then it's been released again. It was re-released on streaming in 2020, and it's getting even more popular now. Is that why she picked it up? She's heard it on a stream. I don't know. But she sings it beautifully. The music stays a little bit jazzy poppy, but her voice has got that wistfulness. She's definitely able to communicate all those emotions of traveling home for Christmas. I like both versions. I think Chris Rea's it's softer, deeper, and it's more lilting guitars. If you know it, you know it, and I'm sure you do, guys. Share your stories, guys, of traveling home for Christmas, because we've all done it, I suspect, even if it's just from work. Till next time, guys, take care.